we're all set up, and we'll get things back on track here with the Wednesday night joke net. Let's start at the top of the list here. Since Sonny's not here, we don't have to put him in the hot seat today. We'll put Jeff in the hot seat today. We are in the joke round, and this week's joke is: why did the cow jump over the moon? Jeff, why did the cow jump over the moon? KC8LAR, go ahead.
Good evening, Nemo. Everyone else on the net. Why did the cow jump over the moon? Because it was easier than squeezing under it. That would be utterly silly. Back to net control.
All right, I like that. Easier than squeezing under it. Then we'll go down the list here to Jim. Jim, great to be here. Great to have you here tonight. And why did the cow jump over the moon?
Probably why half the other animals cross the street to get to the other side. I don't know. Back to net.
All right, to get there, we'll put that one in there. I like that one. So we're looking at Drew now. Alpha 8 LDL Alpha 8 Denmark Lima, right?
Yeah, that's correct. My answer is the cow jumped over the moon to get to utter space. Utter, UDDER space. Back to that.
Very good. Get to utter space. I'm liking that one. Maybe that's that one. I might pick that one over the real one if that might be the case. All right. Next on the list, we've got Ron, KC8RJO, and why did the cow jump over the moon?
Well, Nemo, you have to put me down as stumped. I have no idea. Don't know. KC8RJO, back to net control.
All right, one stumper. I don't have too many of those this week, and last week I didn't think I had very many either. I always like to get 3 though, but not always get them. All right, Dan, N8DRL, why did the cow jump over the moon?
Well, here's another supper for you, Nemo. I have no idea. It ain't your own.
Two stumpers in a row. All right, maybe I'm on a roll tonight. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. We'll go down the list to Ken, KE8YVN. Thank you for being here tonight, man. And why did the cow jump over the moon?
Well, probably because the grass is greener on the other side here. Back to that.
All right, grass is greener on the other side. I'm liking that one too. That's a good answer. We'll keep going. We'll go down to Chris, K8YQL. I heard you in there, Mo. Why did the cow jump over the moon?
I don't know about that one, Nemo. You stumped me. I'm utterly stumped. Back to net control, KE8YQL.
All right, another one. Stumped her 3. That's like a home run or a strikeout or whatever you want to call it for me, I guess. Next on the list, we'll go down to. We'll go down to. Oh shoot, forgive me. We'll go down to KE8TBX. Doug, good to have you with us tonight. And why did the cow jump over the moon?
Why did the cow jump over the moon? To see if she could move it. KE8TBX, back to net.
All right, to move it. I like that one too. Next are I think that's the bottom of the list as I have it, except for Frank. Frank, KE8ZHH, great to have you tonight, man, as always. And why did the cow jump over the moon?
I'm gonna say 'cause she couldn't moonwalk. Because the cow couldn't moonwalk. KE8ZHH, back to net.
All right, so she could moonwalk. I'm liking that one too. All right, that should wrap it up for me here as far as I can tell. This is KE8PVL with the Wednesday Night Jokenet, and before I get into the actual answer, man, is there anybody else that wants to check in? Please call KE8PVL. All right, nothing heard. So tonight's joke is, why did the cow jump over the moon? And the answer I have, although I like a lot of these a lot better, especially the moonwalk and the utter space, getting the utter space, those were great. But the answer is, because the farmer's hands were cold. Why did the cow jump over the moon? Because the farmer's hands were cold. That's what I've got. All right, let me get into some housekeeping, and great answers from everybody tonight, guys. Appreciate that. Let me get into some housekeeping, and then we'll get into why everybody's really here. All right, every Monday night at 8:30 or 8 o'clock p.m. over on the 146715 repeaters, the Aries District 10 training net for Ashtabula County. Please check in and give emergency services in our county a hand. Definitely could use it. Lots of great folks checking in over there and participating in Aries group. Appreciate that from everybody. And I know there's a meeting coming up pretty soon here. I just don't know when it is off the top of my head. Sorry, I haven't been to those meetings, but club business comes first, and we've had field day and a bunch of other stuff going right back to back and coinciding with those meetings. So I'll be jumping back in there in a little bit as far as that goes. Also, over on the 146940 repeater every morning is the Jokenet, or not the Jokenet, is the Trivia Net over there. 146940 is the Trivia Net. Today was the Wacky Wednesday Trivia Net, as they call it. And that net has that repeater has a standard offset and a PL tone of 110.9. There's some great fun over there. Key up, learn something. It's always an educational thing, and have a good time. Great group of folks over there. Tri-County Traffic Training Net over on the 147015 repeater every Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday at 9 p.m. local. They also have a standard offset and a PL tone of 110.9. And there's a whole bunch of other nets out there that take place right around our area. But I try and keep track of them all, but don't always get a chance to. That's all the nets I have listed. So let's remind everybody that we do have a Facebook page. Please search out and like and share both our Facebook and YouTube channels. They're both under Wednesday Night Jokenet. And share those out there. We're trying to build up the base for that so that we can do some administrative stuff that you can only do as a group site, as a group like that. When you have a certain number, they start unlocking all the cool stuff that you're allowed to do. Okay, as many of you know, I change the greeting every week, and this is the last week. I'm gonna kind of get into the nitty gritty of it. There is a catchphrase every week. And this week, I'll go into it at the end of the week. But I always reference a movie or a television show or a radio show. And let me break for time. All right, so after this week, we start keeping score. And every month, I'm going to give away one of these fancy coffee mugs that I have in my hand. You can get a picture of it either through our group site. I'll send it to you if you don't know what it looks like. It's just the logo on the cup, but a great job on the cups by Joe. He does an awesome job with them, and I appreciate him doing that for us. And we'll send the winner out every month, one of those cups, if you guess the most right answers. You can guess those answers during the check-in or comment round just anytime before the net's over, but I will only say the phrase once, and won't repeat it again. All right. If I have to mail it to you, I hope your FCC address is correct, because that's where I'm sending it to. That's all the announcements I have. And if you do have something that you want to send to me, some comments, whatever, I do get mail every once in a while from people who listen. You can send it to me at my email address. It's very long, so give it to you after the net, and or message me through Facebook or text message if you got my number. If not, I'll give it to you. I don't care. All right, this is K8PVL with Wednesday Night Jokenet. I'm going to break for time, and then I'll shut up and get into why everybody's really here. All right, let's get into the comment round. Before I get started on that, though, for those of you who don't know and aren't on the group, the Amigos Radio Club group chat through Messenger, Facebook Messenger there, Sonny has been in a competition over the last couple weeks there with with K5 KAB Kilowatts and Bourbon out of Texas. He's a great guy. He's checked into our net a couple times, and we appreciate that. And he's been running a contest to give away a bottle of bourbon. And tonight, Sonny went to work, set his radio station up, and made that 20th contact that was required, and won the bottle of bourbon. So we look forward to seeing him with a bright smile on his face, taking a big picture of him with that bottle of bourbon and putting it up there so everybody can see it. So just a big congratulations out there to Sonny. I don't know if you can hear us, but good on you, mate. All right. Next on my list, I'm going to go down the list here. We'll go to Jeff. KC8 LAR, great to have you with us tonight, man. Great time at Field Day with you there. And what do you got for us this evening?
Good evening, Nemo. Everyone else on the net, not a whole lot. Sitting back and trying to go through some emails. Just got registered for the Aries seminar next month. So that was on my to-do list. The conference there at Tri-Point. Other than that, I'm trying to recover from Field Day. Still a few things I got to dust off and get backed away in the right spot so that it's easy enough to put back out. Doesn't do you any good if you roll in and it's still broke. So that's what I've been up to. Other than that, not a whole lot going on here at the Hacienda, so we'll pass it back to Net Control. This is KCLAR.
All right, very good. And man, yeah, Field Day was great. I still don't have everything put away. Plus, I'm bringing more stuff in because I'm doing this rehab on this house, and I'm saving a bunch of stuff from it because there was a whole lot of cool stuff in there, and just trying to find room for everything. Some of the stuff is really useful, though, like I got a set of bookshelves and a couple other things. So anyway, that's a whole other subject. We'll go down the list here, and we'll go to Jim, K8 LFR. Thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule, man. And what do you got for us tonight?
Good evening, everybody. Not a whole lot going on. Just another day at work. Excuse me. Tommy's coming home. He'll be here, I believe, at around 2 o'clock. His plane lands at 1, so too bad it wasn't under different circumstances, but I'll take it. We ain't seen him in 6 months, so that's a good thing, I guess, by itself. All right, that's about it for me. Back to net.
All right, quick word from our sponsor there. Yeah, Jim, I'm sure I speak for everybody as I pass on condolences to you. I'm sorry to hear about the problem that happened over the weekend with your family. You were missed at Field Day, but we all understand what happened there, and man, my apologies, or I'm sorry, man. It's a loss is a loss, and no matter how it happened and all that, it's always not a good thing, and I know it affects everybody in the family, and it affects us too, because we're part of that family. I feel. All right, man. So hopefully everything goes smooth for you, and we'll catch you at the next one, and we'll see you at the meeting too. So there you go. All right, next on the list, we're going to go down to Drew, Alpha 8, Delta Lima. What do you got for us tonight?
So I got the new call, which we discussed a little bit earlier, that I've been trying that out quite a bit, at 10 meters, which is really the only thing I still have antenna for, and thinking about shopping online for getting some new antennas. Definitely want 20, definitely want 40 after field day, and being able to make those contacts a lot closer in here. I think that'll be great. Looking for the meeting, looking forward to talking about how things went, and thinking about the next, I don't know if we're doing a summer field day or the next one's going to be in the winter, or how you guys do that, but whatever it is, I'm looking forward to it, and I guess that's all I've got. AAATL, back to net.
All right, very good. And let me say, it was great seeing you out at field day. Really appreciated having a new face there, and I hope you managed to get some time on the radio there too, and make some contacts. And sorry I didn't get to spend a whole lot of time chatting with you. I would like to get to know you a little better, along with all the new members of the group here. It seems like I don't get enough time in the day to do all of that, especially when we're running event situations like that. Hopefully we can spend a little time chatting at the meeting this coming up. Well, it's coming up real soon here, next weekend. That's should have been on my announcement list, I guess, but I skipped it. So just so that everybody knows, let me just get into that. At Amigos Radio Club, Ashtabula will be meeting at 8 o'clock on Saturday, or 6 o'clock on Saturday, at the same place we just had field day, 3600 Stanhope, Kellingsville Road, and we appreciate the Conservation Club over there, the Jefferson Conservation Club, for giving us the space to hold our meetings and for holding Winter Field Day. All right, let me keep moving down the list here. Ron, KC8, RJO, was also great to see you at Winter Field Day, man. Always good to see you and have you be there. You're a strong member of the group, and we appreciate you being here. What do you got for us tonight?
Good evening, Nemo and the group. Yes, I was happy to be there as long as I could. I'm going to say again what somebody said, man, if you went away from there hungry, it was your own fault. Break for time here. I thought it might time out. A lot of good organization went into that, and it was a nice setup. It's a very good location for Winterfield Day. Like somebody else said, kind of looking forward to Summerfield Day now. So that's about all I have. So back to net control, KC8RJO.
Yeah, good copy on that, man. I'll tell you what. I brought a case of burgers and a bunch of cheese and all that, and we didn't even touch that because there was so much other great stuff to eat. It was amazing. Some of that chili I think Ken brought that chili, and that was really, really yummy, but man, I think maybe we should have opened the door, because there was another batch of chili that came too, and we ate it all. And those meatballs were amazing, and the apple crisp stuff was awesome. The food was good, and you know, if nothing else, we ate well, and I think we did a lot. I believe our contacts were up in the over 650 range, so there you go. Next on the list, we're going to go down to Dan, N8DRL. Good to have you with us tonight. Great to see you out and about and doing stuff over Winter Field Day. It's been so long since you've been out with us as a group. We've been really missing you, man. And thank you for being there and giving us your support. What do you got for us tonight?
Well, it's definitely good to get out of the house for sure. It's good to see everybody and talk about the food. That chili was excellent. Both batches of it was excellent. And I must have missed the taco salad. I mean, I made it, About an hour later, I think it was all gone. So I don't know who all had it, but it was gone, but I didn't get a chance to get any of it. Anyhow, I'm going to turn it back to net control, and thank you for picking up on that. And 8-0.
Hey, my pleasure. You didn't even eat the salad that you brought. You didn't get any of it. That's how fast it went. All right. Next on the list, we've got Ken, KE8YVN via Echolink. And man, it's great to have you tonight. Welcome to the group. I think this is your first time checking into the Jokenet, and great having you out at the Winter Field Day site. We appreciate you being there, and hopefully we'll see you at the meeting. What do you got for us tonight, man? Kilo Echo 8, Yankee Victor November. Ken, are you still with us? All right, well, hopefully everything's okay with his internet connection, or maybe he just needs to relog into Echolink, but glad he checked in, and it was great having him out at the field day. And man, that chili was good. All right, let's move down the list, and maybe we'll swing back to him in a little bit and give him another try. Chris, K8YQL, man, it was great working field day with you, and you and your buddy looked like you had a great time. What do you got for us tonight?
K8YQL here, and good evening, everyone on the net. I had a wonderful time at field day, and I learned a lot. I spent a lot of time on 80 meters, and Jeff showed me a lot about HF, and I appreciate the opportunity to do so. I think we all want to buy an 891 now, and I think everybody ate well and enjoyed themselves, and it was good to get to meet everyone. So some of us have talked for some time without actually putting a face to a name. So, that's about all I got for the net, and I'm glad to be here. I'll be listening out. I'm going to head inside and make some dinner myself. And so I hope that everybody enjoys their evening in 73s. This is K8YQL. Back to net, Nemo. Thank you for what you do.
AC8LAR with a recheck.
Jeff, I heard you in there. Give me just a minute. Let me get down to Doug, and then I'll take your recheck there. Doug, KE8TBX, good to have you tonight. Great seeing you out at field day. What do you got for us this evening?
Good evening, everyone. Yeah, Nebo, I had a great time for the short amount of time I was there. I'm glad I was able to help set up. I had a good time. And you're right, that chili was excellent. And I got to give you a hand. You are far better at remembering names and call signs than I am. I have a hard enough time remembering the names of the people I work with and have worked with for 30-some years. And it's just one of those oddball things. Anyway, I will be at the meeting this weekend unless something comes up, so I hope to see you all there. KE8TBX, back to net.
Check it.
All right, except for one guy there, I can't remember his call sign. What's his name? Raymond KC8GSL. I keep getting him all mixed up and wrong, and he always gets mad at me, but that's all right. We're trained amateurs, right? Check in, please come. K8PVL.
Alpha Charlie 8, Yankee Juliet Mobile.
All right, Alpha Charlie 8, Yankee Juliet. Wayne, good to have you tonight, man. Give me just a minute. I had somebody that wanted to do a recheck, and I will get right to you. Jeff, KC8LAR, you needed a recheck. Go ahead.
Yeah, Nemo, the Echolink servers are really, really slow tonight. So after the carrier drops, he's going to need about 3 seconds to check in. I can see he's still on it. So it may just be that his button isn't activating because, well, that's on Echolink's side. So I just thought I'd let you know and give him a couple of seconds after we get back from Wayne when you're done with that. KC8LAR, back to net.
All right, very good. Thank you for that, Jeff. Thank you for that, Jeff. Appreciate it. We will swing back up to Ken right after we get to Wayne. Wayne, Alpha Charlie 8 Yankee Juliet. Man, you're mobile, and thank you for being here tonight. I'm assuming you're coming home from work. Missed you most of field day, but it was great to have you there for while you were there. We really appreciate the Conservation Club's efforts in letting us be there. And I'm pretty sure we left the place as spotless, if not more so than we were when we found it. It definitely took out many bags of garbage there. Good to have you with us tonight anyway, and nothing else. What do you got for us, man?
I'd like to thank everybody who from the club who pitched in and spent.
Okay, I think we had some kind of weird double thing go on. It sounded like digital train radio comm noise. I don't know what that was exactly. Wayne, let's try it again. Go ahead.
Okay, in a nutshell, I'd like to thank everybody who helped make last weekend's event a really successful one. And everyone who is not a club member who came down and participated, I hope you had a great time, and thank you, everyone. I'd like you to get over to that Echolink contact and get him in. If you could just give me 1 second, Nemo, after you're done with that, just tell me what the joke of the day was. That's about it. Alpha Charlie 8, Yankee Juliet 73.
All right, Wayne, the joke of the day was, why did the cow jump over the moon? The joke of the day was, why did the cow jump over the moon? And if you want to give a guess at it, you go ahead and I'll give you the answer after.
To get the milk on the other side.
All right, get the milk on the other side. I like that one too. My answer, the official answer, was because the farmer's hands were cold. All right. Now let's reach over to Ken and see if he can't get us checked into Echolink. Great to have you out at the field day site, man. And the chili was amazing. KE8YVN. Go ahead.
Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Victor November. Yeah, my keyboard's not working right for some of the space bars not connecting or something. Had to click it on manually up on the panel above it there. Thanks for liking the chili there. It's been for many years doing that very same thing. Enjoy bringing it the winter days thing there. And, okay, we'll see you all up this Saturday for sure. Back at that.
All right, very good, and thank you for checking in tonight. Appreciate it, and it was great seeing you and the XYL out there. This is KE8PVL with the Wednesday Night Jokenet. Now I'm going to turn it over to Frank, KE8ZHH, for this week's weather report.
Thank you, Nemo. Hey, everybody. Hope you're all doing good out there. This is Frank, KE8VHH, the weather guy. Current weather conditions in Pierpont Township are 35 degrees with 95% humidity, and the barometric pressure is at 29.04 inches and is holding steady. Wind is out of the south at 1 mile per hour. Today's high was 41 degrees and low was 28 degrees. For tomorrow, expect cloudy skies with highs around 45 and a low of 34 and partly cloudy nighttime skies. For the long-term forecast, looks like there'll be little rain or little snow for the next 9 days, so let's hope that really happens. Record high for today, and weather history stands at 62 degrees in 1989, and the record low is at -5 in 1971. Sunrise will be at 7:36 a.m. Sunset will be at 5:38 p.m. And now for some weather trivia. Did you know mild autumn weather often means bigger spiders in your home? Yes, sir. And with keeping within the theme of cows for the joke of the week, I'm going to keep in with cows for the weather joke of the week. So, whatever happened to the cow that was lifted into the air by a tornado? Whatever happened to the cow that was lifted into the air by a tornado? It was an utter disaster. It was a utter disaster. Alrighty, this is KE8VHH, Frank the Weather Guy. I'm going to turn it back over to Nemo and Net Control. Thank you for listening.
All right, thank you, Frank. KE8PVL with the Wednesday Night Jokenet. Normally I do a discussion round, but Frank, I need you to bring back the sun, man. It's killing me here. I'm down below 40%, so I don't want to stay on the radio too long tonight. But I just want to say again, appreciate everybody's efforts and support over the weekend with Winter Field Day. It was a huge success for us, and it was a learning experience, and we've got a lot of great ideas. And now that we have a little bit of manpower behind us, and I actually want to thank everybody, and that includes Ruth Ann. I know she's not on the net tonight, but I also want to special mention her and Ken. I know he was a little flustered, but and Frank, you too. You did a great job. A lot of you guys, you stepped out of your comfort zone for just that 5 minutes and gave something a shot that you weren't used to doing. And that's sort of what it's about, amateur radio. And it's great that you guys did that, and I really appreciate that from everybody. So let me just make sure that I stuck that out there for you guys all to hear. All right. I'm like I said, I need some sunshine because I really do want to go ahead and do a discussion round tonight, but I just can't do it. I got to make sure I save some power because we're not getting the sun that we should be getting. I thought we were going to get some today. This morning I woke up and I jumped in the truck and I started driving, and oh man, I saw some sun out on the horizon, and then by the time I got up to the highway to get on the highway to go to work, it was gone. So I'm making enough to replenish, but not making enough to do extra. So I'm in some power management modes here. Bring back the sun, please. Bring back the sun. All right. Before I close it all out, is there anybody that wants to check in or recheck? Please call KE8PVL.
Hey, dear, I'll reach out.
All right, I got N8DRL as a recheck. Anybody else? Dan, N8DRL, go ahead with your recheck, man.
He put up a small wind turbine, so for days like this, or weeks like this, I should say. Yeah, weeks like this, I should say. It would help a little bit.
Yeah, roger that. I mean, I have looked into that quite a bit. I do have a 24-volt alternator here. There's some math behind that. If you're not doing 3,200 RPM, it's not going to charge right. It'll charge really slow, maybe not at all. And I've looked into some of the cheaper options, but basically any windmill under about $5,000 isn't worth the time of day. So, but I have looked into some DIY stuff, and I'm considering it. But I also have to get that up pretty high in the air. If you're not above 80 feet, you're really not going to get any real good use out of it unless you're right on the coast of the water where there's nice clean wind coming in, and we have dirty wind here. But I'm happy to talk to anybody about that anytime. Like I said, that it's something I research and look into quite a bit, and at some point I'll probably do it, but I just can't bring myself to make it happen just yet. So hopefully maybe next year in summertime we'll see. Another bank of solar panels wouldn't hurt either. That would help. It's just normally I'm fine. This is the first year actually that I've had to worry about it. Let me break. Most years it's been we get 3 days of clouds, and then we get one good full day of sun, even if it's only 4 or 5 hours, and that's enough usually. My batteries, even with the upgrade in the batteries that I did over this past summer, they'll charge up on a 6 to 8 hour day full, but man, when I get 3-4 days in a row like this, 10 15 days in a row, I start having issues. All right, but that's the off-grid life there for you. At least I'm on the warm side of the wall, and I got plenty of wood to burn. All right, anybody else want to check in or recheck, please call KE8PVL. I recognize that static. I bet that's Ruth Ann. Ruth Ann, is that you? Come again, a little cleaner, 2 steps to the left. Okay, KE8 ZVO, Ruth Ann, is that you out there? All right, I know that's her. I'm going to mark her down as checked in, and we're going to fix you. We're going to make sure you're working very soon here. I hope that the stuff that you showed us at Field Day comes in. I do want to say you did an awesome job. You were a logging machine. There were times when you were logging for me that you had the stuff ready to go before I even got their call sign spit out. That was amazing, and I know that was your first time jumping in it. I wish you'd have been able to make a few more contacts and get a good pileup going, because I think you would have done a great job with that tube. But, man, it was great having you out there, and it was a pleasure working with you on the radio for the time that we did. I know you're on an HT and you're probably inside and it's a little chilly, so I'm going to go ahead and say thank you again for being here and let your comments go. But maybe we'll see you at the meeting this coming weekend. All right, K8PVL with the Wednesday Night Joke Net. One more call out for anybody that wants to check in or recheck.
Yeah, I have it in 10 on and coax for. We're going to get it set up when next time Sonny has a day off. I think zero.
All right, very good. If nobody else has got anything, I'll go ahead and bring it to a close. Last call. All right, let me put a bow on it. That'll bring us to the end of the net. I'd like to thank everybody who checked in tonight. All of you guys are great. I know you guys thank me for running the net, but thank you for being here, because without you, I would just be chewing on my microphone and burning up the airwaves all by myself, and it wouldn't be any fun. I'd like to thank Tom, NHCT, for the use of this repeater, as well as all those currently serving and retired from service to our country. Your sacrifices will not be forgotten. And yes, I stole that line from Andrew, W8IJC. This is KE8PVL. I'm going to go ahead and return the repeater back over to normal amateur radio use, whatever that might be. Be good to each other, everybody. KE8PVL clear.